Well, as you look around the world, we know bonds are a bubble. Bonds have never been this expensive in the history of the world, anywhere in the world. So I'm not buying bonds unless they're special situation bonds. If you look at property in many countries, it's a bubble. Korea, New Zealand, there are bubbles in property in many places in the world. Maybe there's special places, maybe in Iowa, there's not a bubble, but in many places there is a bubble. Stocks, we have been having, things like Tencent and Apple, these stocks go up all the time, did go up all the time. They're correcting, so bubbles were forming and may continue to form in stocks. The only place silver is down over 50% from its all-time high. That's not a bubble. Sugar's down over 50% from its all-time. These are not bubble numbers. The only place that I know that prices are down and where supply and demand are out of whack are commodities. It's not always true. There have been huge bear markets in commodities throughout history, and there have been huge bull markets throughout history. As I look around the world, the only place I see cheap assets are commodities. Nickel is not cheap. Nickel has gone higher than anybody in the world could conceive, including me. But there's still things, silver, sugar, agriculture. Agriculture is still cheap, yes, compared to anything else. Now, if we have the Great Depression again, of course, everything will go down, including commodities. In the Great Depression, oil sold at less than 1 cent. That's not a typo, 1 cent. Wheat, corn, everything totally collapsed. So if we have the Great Depression again, many things will go down a lot. But the cheapest asset class I know are commodities. And if there's another horrible problem, governments are going to print. And throughout history, that has eventually led to inflation and higher prices for real assets. The main advice I would give people is invest only in what you yourself know a lot about. Don't listen to me or some guy on the internet, because if I say to buy X and you buy X and then it goes up, you don't know what to do. You don't know why you bought it. If it goes down, you don't know what to do because you don't know why you bought it. You can't call me. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I got my own situation to worry about. So if you want to survive, you have to stay with what you yourself know a lot about. People say that's boring. Okay, you want to be successful? Be boring. Be boring, and you will be more successful than most people. Well, be sure you know you have the right advisor, because many of them, when I first went to Wall Street, I assumed everybody knew what they were doing. They were older, more educated, experienced, etc. Then I realized they don't know any more than I do. These guys make as many mistakes than I do. So I had to learn my own way. So it's better to put your money in the bank and earn low interest than to lose 10 or 20% a year. And if you don't think so, try it. You'll find out. It's better to be boring for a while. Well, I own gold as well. Yes, I own them. I'm not buying them now. I don't like to buy anything making all-time highs as gold is, but I will buy more gold when there's a correction again. I will buy more silver. I would buy more silver today than gold because silver is much cheaper on a historic basis. But no, I will buy gold and silver. But what I was really saying is real assets. Agriculture is a disaster. Agriculture has been a disaster for decades. More people in America study public relations than study agriculture. Yeah. The average age of farmers in America is 58. In Japan, it's 66. Adam, can you drive a tractor?
Not well.
I would urge you to learn how to drive a tractor, and then somebody will come and marry you because you're a farmer and you're a rich farmer. You'll have a lot of assets. And everybody will think, gosh, he's a very smart. They'll all whisper when you come in the room. They'll say, that guy's a farmer. That guy's a farmer. He's rich. Listen, you can buy indexes, and the world knows that index investing outperforms most professionals and most amateurs year after. I don't like saying it, but it happens to be true. So buy an index. That's what I'm doing. I'm lazy.
All right. So you're buying commodity indices, you're buying agriculture indices, et cetera?
Yes.
Okay. Well, folks, yeah, if it's good enough for Jim Rogers, then I think it's good enough for most of us that want exposure to this space.
Do not do something because some guy you saw on the internet is doing it. Yes,
no. But I do want to underscore something here, though, because especially around agricultural commodities, Jim, I've had other experts on who've echoed similar sentiments, and I share them myself. And a lot of people say, well, I can't really invest in there because I'm not going to become a farmer tomorrow. I'm not going to buy a farm, and I just don't have the capacity to run it, right? Well, the answer is we don't have to, right? There are other ways to invest, get exposure to these commodities, and some of these ETFs are a much more easy way for someone to do it versus actually becoming a farmer tomorrow.
Well, yes, I'm not going to become a farmer, but I know that agriculture is going to I think it's going to go up a lot. So I own RJA. It's an index on the New York Stock Exchange. It's very simple. And other indices on the New York Stock Exchange. But I could be wrong. I made many mistakes in my life. You want to hear about my first wife? Oh my God, what a mistake that was. What a horrible mistake that was. I made plenty of mistakes in my life.
Before we continue, help us clicking that YouTube like button and subscribe now to our channel. This shows the algorithm that you valued this information. And it helps us spread that message. Sharing is caring. And now, let's continue.
Do you want to know one thing about crypto? I made over 3,000% in profit in a few weeks. Fact is, the traditional financial system, the traditional money system makes you poor, not rich. If you want to earn $500,000, $1 million, you have to wait until you're 50, 60, 70 in the traditional financial system, and you probably will still be broke. And you will be old. This is not a sexy combination, as you can imagine. But the question is, how can you start in crypto and make these profits? Where to invest? Where to start? My name is Gunnar and I'm from Germany, as you can hear, and things are a little bit different in Germany. More about that later on. Fact is, there are lots of different cryptocurrencies. It's a gigantic universe where beginners and professionals get easily lost. But there is light at the end of the tunnel. There are 7 key steps you need to follow to become successful in this market. You have to know them, and if you fail one of them, it's literally impossible to succeed in this market. Just an example, one of the key points is your exchange, and one of the biggest are, for example, Binance and Coinbase. These are trusted and well-established exchanges, but, and this is a big but, you won't find the super profitable coins on those exchanges. The unknown super profitable coins that get gigantic profits are not traded on those kind of exchanges. They are traded on much smaller insider platforms that are barely known. And I can tell you what those super secret exchanges are and why they are so profitable. And another super important thing are the right information sources. The point is, the internet is gigantic. There are hundreds and hundreds of YouTube channels, blogs, pages, and much more. And there are also market makers and influencers. For example, Elon Musk, he is not a crypto guy, but the moment he recommended Dogecoin, it went through the roof, to the moon, so to say. But why did he recommend it? Where did he hear it from? He didn't hear it from newspapers. And believe me, he is listening to someone. But you have to know who, and you have to react before he is reacting. This is really, really important. And these are only 2 of the 7 steps you have to follow in order to be successful in crypto. And if you want to know all of these steps in much more detail, and if you want to have a comprehensive checklist, here's what you should do. There is a link below this video. Click on this link and you will get the opportunity to subscribe to my channel. Click on the link and you will see a video where I explain the next steps. So see you soon. Click on the link now. I'll see you there.